Hi, I'm Kenneth, and I've been a Python user for a long time. It's my favorite programming language ever, so I'm super happy to be able to share it with you. I'm biased, but I think you've made a great decision to learn Python. This course is designed to be useful if you've never programmed before in your life, or if you've programmed in other languages and are interested in picking up Python. We'll be going over a lot of information, but we'll stop and explain all the concepts along the way. While you're learning, we'll be using an excellent tool here on Treehouse called Workspaces. That means you don't have to install anything on your computer to get started. It also means that your screen and tools will be exactly the same as mine. You should do your best to follow along too, writing code with me during the videos. The best way to learn to code is to actually write the code yourself. Feel free to pause and rewind the videos. I know there were a ton of things that I missed and got wrong when I was first learning to program. So if you miss something, don't let it bother you. It happens to all of us. If you haven't done a course on Treehouse before, here's the general path that we'll take. You'll watch a video or two of me, and then you'll have to either answer questions in a quiz or write some code for a code challenge. Be sure to pay extra attention to the code challenges. They're one of the best ways for you to know if you're really picking up the concepts from the videos. The quizzes and code challenges will help you reinforce your new knowledge and point out places where you might want to go back and watch a video again or practice a bit more on your own. After a quiz or code challenge, or after a video that you felt really opened your eyes, take a small break. Give your brain time to digest what you're learning. A little stretch never did anyone any harm either. Taking things slow and in pieces will help you get the most out of your Treehouse education. Learning to program is like learning to do anything else. You have to practice to get used to the motions, terms, and concepts. Sadly, unlike learning to play a sport or an instrument, programming doesn't have a physical component to it. There isn't really any physical aspect to develop other than getting better at typing. Instead, you learn new ways of thinking and new ways to approach and solve problems. You build mental muscle memory. But you've already made the best first step. You've decided to learn Python. I promise I'm not biased at all. So, just what is Python? The usual answer is that Python is a general-purpose, dynamically compiled language. But that's a bunch of computer science-y jargon, which means that Python is used for a lot of different things, and that it's compiled on the fly without needing a special compilation or processing step. Java, for example, is also a general-purpose language, but it's compiled or converted from code to a language that computers speak in a separate step. Python is compiled and run all in one step. One of my favorite things about Python actually has nothing to do with the language. You might think that Python is named after the snake, but it's actually named after the British comedy troupe Monty Python. Thanks to this, Python has a long history of not taking itself too seriously. I'll do my best to live up to this tradition. I said that Python is a general-purpose language, and that it's used a lot of places. But how about some more solid examples? The US government uses Python to do statistical analysis and data visualizations. Disney, Pixar, Lucasfilm, and others use Python to provide more realistic effects in their movies. When they need to make snow stick together or automate the tumbling of asteroids, they reach for Python. And big websites like YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, Pinterest, and The Onion all use Python to power their CMS, or content management systems. Even Facebook, whom most people think of as using PHP, uses Python for a lot of their internal scripting. You can also use Python to do face and speech recognition, control robots and lasers, email you when your doorbell rings, and a lot more. I know your head's probably reeling from all the possibilities, so don't worry, we won't get to all of these things in this course. We'll just focus on getting Python to do a few little tricks for us. This course is basically made up of two parts. The first half is going to cover the important things that you'll encounter in Python, the different kinds of variables, and the ways to control what your code does, when, and how. The second half will be you and me building a few projects together, so you can get comfortable with Python and writing software in general. By the end, you should be comfortable reading, writing, and talking about Python. Before we can count on Python performing tricks for us, though, we need to know a bit more about the design of the language. Actually, these should apply to any programming language.